We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes.
And right away, he lost the football. One of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now the fourth-year man, it's Cam Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Akers is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Richardson looking to throw this. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And they'll get the is well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we see in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Richardson going to change the play here. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now.
Back to Taylor on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle. I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. Touchdown, Colts! Jalen Virgil, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Here's Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And that's the knowledge of game from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Stafford on third down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now it's Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Flushed out right. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Richardson going to move him around. First and 10, Taylor now. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
They run once more with Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off.
And this time he is in. Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. Nice hard charging run, get right back to him, and then kick things off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
These two offenses have been up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I said, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Stafford. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now Richardson. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Colts at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Richardson to throw off play action. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Off play action. Richardson. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Taylor. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Quick throw completed by Richardson. Touchdown! Chandler Virgil with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point by Gale is up and good. These guys will take a 10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They go play action with Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Drop 60, drop 60. Cut that team, cut that team.
Richardson off the play fake.
Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Day's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception. Charles, and now they have 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. And now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Stafford now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 12. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10. Stafford. And now here is another interception. And the Colts are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Now they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. Richardson now on 2nd down. And this one complete to Doolin. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On On first down, Richardson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He got 29 yards that time.
And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Going up top. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Double right. Hey, 22.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, really did a pretty good line on that. That would have been a big play. He could not pull it in. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running left, Taylor. Down to about the 23.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Play action. Now Richardson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, here's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 2 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, here's Stafford. Akers back-to-back catches. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 2. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Going right back to Akers. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Hang on here. We got an injury. And, yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back. And he's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Rams get a bit closer. Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. He's to convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Tanner Brown to kick off for the Rams.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Running straight ahead, Taylor able to push his way through. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a second and 10.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. His pass left side to Downs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, there, it's silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To the air again, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
And the Rams first down.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford. That'll be caught by Cobb. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
And now Stafford's going to move him around. Back to throw again. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Stafford now to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here in a 3rd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Well, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. On 1st down, Stafford here. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Stafford on 1st down. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last throw here for Stanford. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation.